This is what happens when you take schnitzel to America.
Okay.
The best way to eat a schnitzel is in a bun with pickles, mustard, onion. It's salty, crispy, delicious, and convenient. I'm gonna show you how to make it. So today we're going to make these pork tenderloin sandwiches, which hail from the Midwest in the US. They're very popular in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana also. And what I think is really interesting and cool about this dish is that it actually stems from immigrants coming from Germany and Austria and settling in the farm regions in the Midwest and making something that they knew from home, schnitzel, and kind of making it with what they have in the US. And 150 or more years later, it's still a super popular dish, and that's why I wanted to make it today. So we're gonna start with these big pieces of pork here, and I'm gonna butterfly them, pound them out, bread them, fry them. The easiest way, I think, to give yourself some leverage, I guess, is to press the meat down and then just use the knife to help you slice it in half. Just making sure that I'm not cutting all the way through. So now it's time to pound the meat out. First, let me get a big piece of plastic wrap. I'm gonna just do one big piece, maybe like this big. Just fold this over. And I'm gonna use a meat tenderizer. If you don't have one, you could also use like a frying pan or a rolling pin. I'm going to use the tenderizing side first, just a few times over the meat, and then use the flat side mostly to pound it out so that it's nice and thin and even. Now going to the flat side. But you have to be careful, you don't want to tear the meat, so just be forceful, but not too forceful. And when you're pounding meat and also want it to be like flat and even and wider, it's important to not just pound it straight down, but like move outward a little bit. So like generally towards the edge of whatever meat you're pounding. I have eaten a fair amount of schnitzel and like various cutlets in my life, yes. I have had a really amazing, like authentic Wiener Schnitzel in Vienna. There was one other man sharing the booth with us, just like a random person that we didn't know. And he literally ate his schnitzel very quickly and then promptly like fell asleep. It was like the perfect experience. I don't know, because that's what I felt like doing.
Fell asleep next to you?
Yeah, like it was kind of like a cross. Yeah, but it was just like a lunchtime thing. Like he ate a schnitzel, he ate it quickly, took a little nap, we left him. But I mean, he wasn't with us, so I'm sure somebody woke him up eventually. But you know, why not take a nap in public after you eat? That's like what everybody feels like doing after you eat a fried schnitzel. Okay, yeah, maybe not my best advice, but I don't think I've had like a very good Wiener Schnitzel in Berlin. So if there's any recommendations out there for like the best schnitzel that you've eaten, just let us know in the comments. I would love to hear and maybe visit some of these places. All right, we've got our schnitzels, our pork tenderloins pounded out, and I'm going to season them now. You could just use salt and pepper, you could just use salt, that's okay, but I just want a little bit more flavor in my schnitzel. I have some garlic powder, smoked paprika, and cayenne pepper. I think this is also one of the things that many will kind of keep secret, is how they bread and how they season their pork tenderloin. So I'm giving away my secret. And then cayenne pepper I'm gonna just do very lightly because I don't want it to be too spicy. Flip them over and do it on the other side. And don't be shy with the salt here, I would say. It's a lot of meat and you want it to be salty. These are ready to be breaded now, so I'm gonna make my little Panierstraße, or my little breading station, using egg and flour and breadcrumbs. It's very important to whisk your eggs really well so that the white is broken up, because you just want it to coat everything evenly, but you don't want any chunks of egg white sticking. What else is the US known for?
Midwest.
The Midwest. In Minnesota and Minneapolis, we're also known for like this hamburger called the Juicy Lucy. It is a hamburger that instead of having kind of the cheese melted on top, it's two small hamburgers that have cheese in the middle, and you grill it up, and then when you bite into it, there's like a pool of oozing hot cheese that comes out. You can dip your fries in it if you're an expert like me. And they love to ask where the best one is and like who thinks who invented which, but we all know that it's Matt's Bar that invented it and that has the best one. I'm gonna also use some crackers. You could use just panko breadcrumbs too, but I think the crackers add like an extra salty crunch, and I just like them. I'm using like these ones, like Ritz crackers. You could use club crackers, saltines, whatever kind. I kind of like it when there's some bigger chunks in there. Make sure if there are some bigger pieces, I'll take them out, but break up some of the bigger ones and mix them together. Then we're ready to start breading. Into the flour, shake off the excess, and into the egg, and into the breading. And just press it in. Beautiful. My oil is hot. My cutlets are breaded, and I'm gonna put on an apron now. As a quick side note, we just wanted to say that really the best way to show your appreciation for our videos, if you like them, is to subscribe to our channel, like the video, leave us a comment, share it with a friend if you think there's someone out there who might need to see this video, have this recipe in their life. That's the best way to support us. One way to test your oil, I can tell because on the bottom there's some rippling happening. That kind of gives me the sign that it's ready, but another way you can do it is just drop in a couple of little breadcrumbs. See them little float away? Looks good? Oh my gosh, looks so good. So these will probably take like 6 minutes on each side, but I just want to watch them and adjust the heat if you need to. I'm gonna flip it actually. Some of the crackers are quite dark, but I think that's fine. Just don't want them to burn. So I'm using peanut oil to fry here, so you can use like any other kind of vegetable oil that has a high smoke temperature. You could also use, as is like the very German, Austrian tradition, is using clarified butter. This obviously would add a lot of flavor because it's butter and that just tastes really good. I think it's definitely more American to use oil over butter. Many people out there then might say like, this is not schnitzel. Let us know in the comments below if you think it's not schnitzel, if you would prefer oil versus clarified butter. If you have a strong feeling, we wanna hear it. I'm an oil girl. I really do love frying stuff.
You look so happy.
I really, really do like frying stuff. And you just don't do it that often. That's also probably why you like it, is because you just don't do it so much. And I think this is like maybe the best way to eat a schnitzel. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna call for controversy. I'm sure there will be people who disagree with me, but until you try this, I say you should think about that. You should think. Eating it with a bun. Now all the frying is out of the way, all the cooking in general is out of the way. So I'm going to grab everything I need to assemble. Got a lot of buns, too many buns. Nothing fancy here. This is just a store-bought burger bun. No sesame seeds, not toasted. That's all I have to say. Step 1, bun. Open, untoasted. Toast it if you want, but I think it's nice to have the crunchy schnitzel pork tenderloin in between a very soft bun. Then I'm gonna use some mustard. This is America's #1 mustard. Be generous, because there's a lot of schnitzel. Next, I'm gonna go for onion. I'm going to just use white onions, but you could use red as well. I don't want it to be like too many, because raw onion can just be quite overpowering, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a few Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a little bit ridiculous, but that's what we're going for. Look at this, so cute. And the last thing is some little pickles. Top this here, just where the bun will come on. Be also generous with the pickles. This is it. Can you see everything? Wow, from this angle it looks good too. Take it all in. There's a lot to see. This is America. Yeah. Is my face behind it? The trick that's kind of funny about these sandwiches is that because they are so large and the bun is so small, it's kind of hard to hold it when it's whole. So a lot of times they'll cut it in half for you before you even are served. And I think this is like a funny opportunity to just see if one of my colleagues, hopefully Christian, is available, if he could figure out what to do with this, what he has to say about it in general. Hi, Christian.
Oh my God.
What do you think when you see this?
It looks like a joke.
It's not a joke.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you could taste it.
What is inside? What is that?
Tell me what you think. What do you think? What does it look like? You recognize. I mean,
looks
you
like
recognize.
A Schnitzel.
Yes.
But it looks really thick. So in Germany we eat Schnitzel really thin. But yeah, I will try it. I love Schnitzel.
Where? What are you looking for? No.
So like that?
You have all you need.
So like this, yeah?
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you take Schnitzel to America.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of tricked you a little bit. It is like a thing that came to the US probably from Germany and Austria, and then they put it in a bun, and then now it's very like common where I'm from. And normally they slice it in half.
Okay.
So that it makes it easier to eat, but I just wanted to see if you could eat it like this, and you did. I mean, it's fine. You're a big guy, it's a big sandwich.
That's a good thing. You can touch the Schnitzel.
Yeah.
But I see me in football, in the stadium, beer, one hand to Schnitzel. Yeah, I like
It's good?
It's nice.
It's so big.
Cutie. Hi, Hannah.
Was ist das?
Burger. Schnitzelburger.
Das ist nicht so gut.
Welches Stück? Komm, ich hab noch die Hälfte über.
Nee, ich habe ein übelstes Katergesicht heute. Bitte film nicht mein Gesicht. Aber es ist richtig. Oh mein Gott, ist das so Carolina Gehlen Riesenschnitzelschnitzel? I love it.
Yeah. It's very common in the Midwest of the US, this sandwich. Yeah.
Geil.
I feel accomplished.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Finde ich richtig gut.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you. Were you looking for something in here? No.
No, just smell good.
Okay.
Come on.
Bye.
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 We just leave you with your empty plate.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. This makes me happy. This is what you cook for, right? You want people to eat it. You want people to like it. I have 2 German thumbs up on the American style pork tenderloin. I'm happy. I am happy. Do I need to try it? Probably. I really think like if there was anything that I had to eat like only for the rest of my life, it would be sandwiches. Not just the pork tenderloin sandwich. That would be an intense life if you're just eating these every day, but I love sandwiches, so I'm very excited. There we go. There's not much going on. It's really focused on the schnitzel, but the other pieces are very necessary. You've got the soft bun, you've got your pickles, onion, mustard. It's all part of it. I like this better than the version that I had in Iowa, to be honest, because it has more flavor, the crust is thicker, more crunchy. It's so good. I don't know how you couldn't like this. If you like schnitzel, you've got to try this. It's really the best way to eat schnitzel. I hope people know that I'm joking. Or am I? I don't know. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already, and watch some more videos from my colleagues. Lots of new recipes. We'll have a video every week. Jazz hands.
Exactly.
Yeah, spirit fingers. Yeah, spirit fingers. That's what I was like.